news coming in as far as Punjab's Chief Minister Captain Amarinder Singh is concerned. And now sources in the telling Republic that there is no threat to Captain's position. He's set to remain Punjab's Chief Minister. Remember, there are multiple rounds of meetings that are currently underway as far as the Congress's grievance committee that has been formed by the Congress High Command is concerned. Now, sources indicating that Republic that there is no threat to Captain's position. He's set to remain Punjab Chief Minister. All right, let me go across to my colleague Anuj, who's joining us over the phone line. Anuj, after that long meeting that happened with Captain Amarinder Singh in the committee, in the Congress panel, now we're getting in news that there is no threat to Captain's position. He's set to remain the Chief Minister of Punjab. Please share more.
Well, if we talk about the latest, then the meeting is already over and Captain Amarinder Singh was there in the meeting for last 3 hours. So that is something what we are waiting for, that what exactly is going to happen next. But if we talk about the latest development and what we have been told through our sources, this was none other but Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi, who both joined the meeting through the video conferencing, and this was also discussed in front of them. So the top brasses of the Congress party is also intervening in the same, seeing
in fact,
that what exactly...
We are also joined by Executive Editor for Politics, that is Aishwarya Kapoor. Aishwarya, this is certainly a big update coming in. Sources telling Republic that there is no threat to Captain Amarinder Singh's position after that 3-hour-long meeting that happened.
Well, absolutely. Let there be no doubt about it. And I repeat, let there be no doubt about it. Sources confirming that Captain Amarinder Singh will remain as the Chief Minister. Captain Amarinder Singh will remain as the Chief Minister of Punjab. And as far as the uprising within the Congress cadres are concerned, because there is not one, but at least half a dozen faces, right from Navjot Singh Sidhu to the former Punjab State President Pratap Singh Bajwa to Ravneet Bittu, who happens to be the grandson of the former late Chief Minister of Punjab, Beyan Singh. So all of this basically has been raking up within the Congress party. But at this point of time, we are being told that very clearly, it has been conveyed by the Gandhis, and I repeat, by the Gandhis to the Congress cadre, that there is going to be no change as far as the Chief Minister's position is concerned, as far as the face of the Chief Minister is concerned. But there can be a formula to the which that they may not project Captain Amarinder Singh as the future face. There can be some ambiguity over that whether he is going to be the face of the BJP in the coming elections. But as far as the present scenario is concerned, Captain Amarinder Singh, who has been one of the closest aides or the closest friends, for that matter, to the late Prime Minister of India and then the father of Priyanka and Rahul Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, has still a one-on-one equation with Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, and this is a known fact. And that is why you see that the complete old camp, which was already decimated within the Congress, but still to the likes of Kamal Nath and then the others who are still said to be the Gandhi loyalists, have been quiet because they know about this one-on-one equation which still persists, which is still there between Captain Amarinder Singh and Sonia Gandhi, because of which we are being told that Congress to leave the top post unchanged till the elections. They may not project Captain Amarinder Singh as the face of the Congress in the coming elections, but as far as the Chief Minister's position is concerned, he is going to hold. That is what we are being told by our sources very clearly. Yes, the Deputy Chief Minister plan, whether there's going to be one, whether there's going to be two, whether Sidhu is going to be made the Deputy Chief Minister, whether Sidhu is going to accept the position of Chief Minister, whether Pratap Singh Bajwa is going to be made the Chief Minister, because there was another formula which was in the works, that you also have a non-Jat Sikh face as the Deputy CM. So all of that is still in the works. But as far as the Chief Minister, the position is concerned, we are being told by our sources clearly that he has got an assurance from Mrs. Gandhi. He has got an assurance from Sonia Gandhi that his face is not going to be changed. And this is because, as we've said, that he has not only made it clear to the Congress that anyone who's ready to raise a flag of dissent within the Congress, against the Congress, 8 months, 1 year prior to the elections, cannot be held as a loyalist to the party and to the High Command. So that is the point which has been put forward, according to our sources, by Captain Amarinder Singh, that his loyalty of decades cannot be cannot be compared to the loyalty of a person who has just joined in. But as far as the winning factor is concerned, we were clear that Rahul Gandhi and then the others were of the know-how or were of the thought process that you need Navjot Singh Sidhu in a very, very important position to take on the Akalis and then the BJP. And for that matter, we are being told by our sources that the formula which could be worked in that regard is that he is going to remain as the chief minister till the election, but who's going to be the face with which they go into the polls? There is a very, very fine line. You keep him as the chief minister till the elections, and then whom or with whose face you go into the election, that is still undecided. Because at this point of time, even if you choose Navjot Singh Sidhu, there are at least half a dozen faces who want to take this position. Ravneet Singh Bittu, grandson of Bayan Singh, you have Pratap Singh Bajwa, and then so on and so forth. So to keep a man who still commands authority over the Punjab Carter and then the MLAs, because it was being said that around one-third of the MLAs, 25 MLAs are with Navjot Singh Sidhu, but if sources are to be believed, out of those 25, 17, and I repeat, out of those 25, 17 faces were presented in front of the Congress, different senior high command leaders by the Captain Amarinder Singh faction. So putting to rest that the MLAs still support the chief minister, and that is why we are being told by our sources that Congress could contain or keep Captain Amarinder Singh as the face. Still, there is set to be a meeting between Priyanka Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, and then Sonia Gandhi, in which a final call or then a stamp of the Congress High Command or the Congress chairperson would come in. But we are being told by our sources that it has been communicated to Captain Amarinder Singh that there is no need to worry as far as his face is concerned, as far as his post is concerned. The top post, that is the Chief Minister of Punjab, to remain unchanged. That is what we are being clearly told. The formula of a Deputy Chief Minister, 1, 2, 1 Sikh and 1 not Jan Sikh, all of that can be worked on. But the most important position for which Navjot Singh Sidhu was eyeing for was the post of the Chief Minister right prior to Punjab going to polls. Navjot Singh Sidhu is a very, very fierce leader. The way he speaks, Congress understands. He has been able to make a connect with Rahul Gandhi, with Priyanka Gandhi. He has very openly apologized to the former Prime Minister of India, Manmohan Singh. So all of that he's done. He has tried to cope up or to reach out to the Congress leadership, and it's very, very visible as well. But as far as his open rants against his own top leader, against the own chief minister is concerned, that is something which Captain Amarinder Singh has been able to use against Sidhu to the Congress High Command, that how can you compare my loyalty, how can you compare his loyalty of decades, more than half a century, to the Congress party and then to the Gandhis, to the fact to a man who has just come in, who had left another party and joined you only because he was not given a chief minister's position or the place or the face by the Aam Aadmi Party. So you don't trust my loyalty to the loyalty of the others. And as far as the chief minister's position is concerned, there is still, we are being told that Priyanka and Rahul Gandhi will be speaking to Navjot Singh Sidhu. They will be speaking to Ravneet Singh Bittu. They will be speaking to Pratap Singh Bajwa. So all of these leaders will be spoken to. But that's what our sources close to Captain Amarinder Singh are clearly mentioning it to us, that he is very assured, and he has been assured by none other but Mrs. Gandhi, that is Sonia Gandhi, and then in turn his meeting with Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi is yes.
All right, certainly a very big and important update coming in. Many thanks, Aishwarya, for getting us that perspective and all those breaking inputs. Sources now indicating and telling the public that there is no threat to Captain Amarinder Singh's position. He's set to remain the Punjab Chief Minister after the 3-hour-long meeting that was underway here at the National Capital.